Hare Krishna. Namaste. Chapter 3, which is entitled as Karma Yoga. Sloka 37. śrī-bhagavān uvāca kāma yesha krodha yesha rajo-guṇa-samudbhavaḥ mahā-śano mahā-pāpmā viddhy enam vairiṇam. A continuation, the same sloka. Activities will be like dana and dharma and etc. If it is rajas jnana, then the outcome will be, as the sloka says, kāma and krodha. If it is influenced by tamoguna, then it will be laziness, carelessness, drowsy, intoxicated, sleepiness, and various things like that. When the jnana is affected by rajo-guna, it directs one into the wrong path of sense gratification or enjoyment. Rajo-guṇa-samudbhavaḥ, kāma. And that is what is told in the sloka. When one tries enjoying, he finds satisfaction and he tries to enjoy more. When one is unable to enjoy the kāma, then that person becomes angry. And this is what is happening in general to everyone. So once again, the Atma jnana reaches mind. The mind, the jnana adapts the mode that is presented by the mind at that point of time. Then the outcome, how we see things in front, is all based on the jnana which is being carried by whatever the mode. If someone stands in front of friend, we might see that person as a good mother. Then it is sattvika jnana. If we see the same person as an enjoyable object, then it is rajasa jnana. So what is the solution? We spoke about this flow here. So what's the solution? In this flow, we need to see what is not in our control and what is in our control. What is that we cannot do and what we can do to change the situation. First of all, we need to have a desire to change the situation. If we don't even have a desire, then we won't be able to proceed. We don't even have to worry about the solution part. We can live our life however we want. But understanding that we want to improve ourselves, if we want to improve ourselves, then obviously we need to know what are the things that are under my control, what are the things which is not under my control. That we need to know. And we have to strengthen ourselves in those things. So, let's see. We have no control of the Atma jnana getting out of Atma. We don't control that part. It happens. Then we have no control of that jnana passing through different junctions. We don't have that control either. So it looks like we totally have no control at all of what's happening within us. But there's always hope. There's only one option to make any adjustment if at all we decide to do, if at all we decide to change ourselves for the betterment. And that adjustment should happen on the mind level. Now, since the three modes are the ones that influences one's jnana, I need to see what is the mode that I need to work on to get a good outcome. So the answer for most of us is obvious. What is that mode? The mode is sattvika, mode of goodness, sattvika guna. Therefore, what we have to do is to develop sattvika guna and get rid of rajasa and tamasa guna. That's what we need to do. If we can make this happen, then the Atmajnana will progress in a right path using this Asvita guna. Now, connecting one more dot to this whole mix, that is, one important factor which plays a major role like a director, which controls the three modes. That is the vasanas, the impressions that we carried from previous lives. So let us run the sequence or the flow again. The jnana travels from Atma, hits the junction, mind. The guna that is prominent will impact the jnana at that point. Now, introducing our main factor, the gunas at the mind level are influenced by vasanas. The vasanas are created by karma, meaning by the actions that I have performed before, a punya and papa karma. This vasana triggers the three modes. If it is rajo-guna, then it creates raga and dvesha. So, jnana hence carries this to the next level, indriyas, as the outlet. Hence, when we see someone, we hate that person or we like that person. And that ends up with kāma and krodha. Therefore, our enemy is sitting right within ourselves, in our manas, mind, an unpaid tenant who's staying within us. Again, what are we going to do knowing all this? Answer is, we need to work on increasing our sattva guna. So how do we increase the sattva guna? By performing karma yoga in Krishna consciousness. By following our varna-ashrama dharma. By doing so, the result is the indriyas will be engaged in karma yoga. By engaging the indriyas in karma yoga, this will remove the karma. That once the karmas are removed, the rajo-guna and tamo-guna will gradually disappear. When rajo-guna and tamo-guna disappears, due to the practice of karma yoga, our sattva guna will increase. And when the sattva guna is increased, when the jnana passes through the mind, it adapts the sattva guna. When it adapts the sattva guna, it's going to be a sattva jnana, and whatever we are seeing, whatever we are experiencing, will be in mode of goodness. So to summarize, in Jnana Yoga, one tries to pull the sense and control the sense from activities. Whereas Karma Yoga, the senses are fully engaged. whenever one tries to control the senses, that's when it tries to show, the senses tries to show strength, doesn't want to listen to us. But when they are engaged and kept busy, they don't bother us. Therefore, in Karma Yoga, one can engage the senses completely, fully. The ears, eyes, nose are all kept active than keeping them inactive. And keeping them active is better than keeping them inactive. Now that we are hearing from many people that almost everyone, they're saying that they're getting bored staying home. And we can see this as an ideal example that none of us can be idle. We want to be active, doing something, go out, do something. From this we can understand we are not qualified to practice Jnana Yoga. We are all meant to do our karma, our duties. Again, a side note on the same, because I brought up this one, a side note is for one who is spiritually practicing or inclined, they will never get bored at any given situation because they can utilize all their time, even staying at home, by doing so many spiritual activities, studying more of Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavatam, studying again and again, hearing more about these things from various people, saintly people, doing some meditation, trying some new things, even in the process of by cooking and offering that to the Lord for the pleasure of the Lord. So many things one can do. Engage. The person who is spiritual person will never get bored. Staying in the airport for 10 hours or staying at the home or even going to offices or other places. So one should never say that they are getting bored. It's just they don't know how to utilize their time well. So for one to direct the sense towards Krishna, one has to develop more sattva guna. One develops sattva guna by removing their karma. The karmas are removed by practice of karma yoga and Krishna consciousness. Therefore, practicing devotional aspects like chanting, eating proper sattvic food, offered food, following one's varnashrama dharma, these are all going to be helpful for one to increase the sattva guna and remove the rajo-guṇa, tamo-guna and put a nice impression or vasanas. Remove the old vasanas. In this way, one can be free of kāma and krodha. Kāma yesha krodha yesha rajo-guṇa-samudbhavaḥ mahāśano mahā-pāpmā viddhy enam vairiṇam. Namaste. Hare Krishna.